Hello, folks, and welcome to my chess channel, Blind Chess. I'm just reviewing my games now. Looks like we had a couple. This one, what do we got here? So I got up to like 1560 again, and then I just played another few games, and it looks like I lost a couple and won 4. So 4 and 2. But some of these were gimmies, like they just would stall out. Where's this button?
Pawn e4. Pawn c5.
So
Knight f3. Pawn e6. Pawn c4. Knight c6. Pawn d4. Pawn captures d4. Knight captures d4. Bishop d2. Knight ge7.
So I play
Knight
this,
captures
and he
c6.
just sits there.
Bishop captures
Why didn't
b4.
you just go like
Pawn
this?
a3. Knight c3.
And then
Pawn
what?
a6.
Castle.
Queen d6. Queen e7.
And then queen
Castles
d6, rook
queenside.
d6.
Queen captures d6. Rook captures d6.
King e7.
King e7.
c5? Rook d2. Rook d2. Makes sense.
Rook d2.
Then g5. Rook b8. g5 b6, rook b8. What would the human do? I think a human would play like, give me my freaking, where am I? Okay, here I am. Sorry, I'm
Rook
seriously
d8.
freaking blind. This sucks. So human would do more like that. And then, but let's say, is
Rook
f4
d2.
still a good move when g5? Okay, that's why. So, this is such a good move. But
Pawn
is
g5.
anyone gonna see that? I don't think very many humans. Only
Rook d2.
that's like an expert master kind
Pawn
of move
g5.
right there. You know, it's good because it
Pawn
suppresses
f3.
f4. Any other move?
Pawn g5.
I mean, maybe b6.
Rook d2.
Rook b8, h4. h4 is looking good, huh? All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's look
Rook
at
b8.
this. That's a good move. h4? What about f4?
Pawn f4.
Pawn f4 is solid. 0.49.
Rook
0.54.
b8.
0.58. Should be 2. All right. So, boom.
Bishop e2.
b6. g5, d6, b6. Interesting. Okay, well, that's good enough for that game. You just kind of gave up and I won. So that was not the most spectacular, but interesting position. So that was that. Let's look at this one real quick. See if there's anything interesting there to learn.
Pawn e4. Pawn d4.
Okay,
Knight
yeah.
f6. Bishop d3. Knight b d7. Pawn c4.
That's my bad bishop
Pawn
because all
d5.
these pawns are often
c5.
that problematic
Knight
bishop,
captures
so
d3 check.
that's good.
Queen captures d3. Bishop e7.
Boom.
Knight ge2. Castles kingside.
But that's not the best move.
Knight
Knight g3 is better.
Pawn f4.
Or bishop e3.
Knight
I don't get bishop e3. Because what if bishop e3? What about
Bishop e3.
f5 here?
Pawn f5.
f4.
Pawn f4.
All right. Well, what's the point of playing bishop e3?
Pawn captures e4. Knight captures e4. Pawn captures f4.
That's good.
Knight
Look
captures
at that.
f4.
So trading pawns doesn't look that great.
Pawn captures e4. Pawn f4.
How about the other way?
Pawn captures f4.
Rook takes f4 is really strong, followed by bishop takes f4 and bishop d4. Well, whoops, come on. There we go.
Rook captures f4.
And then,
pawn captures e4.
so you can do this.
Rook captures f8 check. King captures f8. Knight captures e4. King g8.
Yeah, it's not good for him.
Pawn captures e4.
So
Pawn
boom,
f4.
we're not afraid of
Pawn f5.
that. We
Pawn
can wait on
f4.
f4. Let's see if bishop e3 is
Pawn
still
f5.
the strongest move at
Knight
this
e8.
point. Bishop e3. Knight g3. Yeah, I think knight g3 makes more
Knight
sense.
g3.
Because it actually suppresses f5, which is one more unit into his camp there. Yeah, and then bishop g5.
Bishop g5.
All right. H3, bishop c1. H3, so if f4. Bishop takes f4. Kind of like f4.
Pawn f4. Bishop captures f4. Pawn captures f4. Rook captures f4.
Pretty good.
Knight f6.
Line them up.
Rook a f1.
Knight g4. Is there a problem here?
Knight g4.
What about that?
Pawn
What's wrong with
h3.
that? Oh, he's
Knight
just
e5.
going there. What am I
Pawn
talking about?
h3.
Okay.
Rook a f1. Knight g4. Knight f5.
I think most dudes are just going to play
Knight
that.
e5. Queen g3. Bishop captures f5.
Look at that. Rook takes is not good. I mean, it's okay. It's fine, but not great. It's better to do e takes. I guess because
Pawn captures f5.
we're threatening that, and we also have this pathway. Our queen has a good relationship to the enemy knight. But that's, does he have to play f6? Yeah, he has to play f6.
Pawn f6.
And that gives us a good square here, which we can get to like this. But first we got to play b3. That's why b3 makes
Pawn
sense.
b3.
c6. Yeah, let's go
Pawn
with that. That
c6.
seems like a good challenge. D takes c6.
Pawn captures c6.
All right.
Pawn captures c6.
There's that queen check here, but you know, rook d4. All right.
Rook d4.
Transfer.
Queen a5.
What's wrong with that?
Rook captures d6.
Oh yeah. Check.
Queen a5.
Rook h3, rook fd1. I'm liking rook fd1.
Rook fd1.
Like that. Or does it play king to h8? Who's going to play that? Everybody's getting their grandmother's going to play rook a d8. Or rook f d8. They're probably going to play rook f d8.
Rook
How bad
F
is that? Not terrible, but...
Rook F d1. Rook A d8.
Interesting. So there's some middle game exploration there. Let's go back to... Well, we could have looked at the rest of the game, but... Gosh, why didn't I look at the rest of the game? Because I got a lot of games to go through here. Was that the one? What is this one?
Pawn e4. Bishop d3.
Yeah.
Pawn c4. Knight c5. Queen captures d3. Castles kingside. Pawn f4. Knight g3. Pawn
Oh, so he
f4.
just... Yeah, there was no
Bishop
game there.
captures
That's what I thought.
f4.
Okay, cool. And then... Let's look at this loss. Lose.
Pawn e4. Pawn
Yeah.
e5. Knight c6. Bishop b5. Castles kingside.
Not good.
Bishop captures c6. Knight captures e5.
So better is just bishop
c5.
e7.
Queen f3. Knight captures e5.
And if he tries
Bishop
this,
e7. Queen f3.
then we can play knight g5. Because knight f6,
Knight
that
f6.
ain't good. It's alright, but it ain't great.
Queen f3. Knight g5. Queen e2.
Alright, whatever. Knight e6. Yeah. It's just great. Or what about just castling? Knight e6 is good because it prevents that.
Knight
So
e6.
he ends up going like that.
Pawn c3.
And then Queen d5, huh? Just looking at these lines here. I don't know. That's fine. Not the most exciting games. But so that's that, and then these two, oh yeah, those are that's the two bonger. And then this one, yeah, let's look at these last two. And that's it. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. So I lose this
Pawn
game,
d4.
and I shouldn't lose this game.
Pawn d5. Knight f6. Pawn e5.
Everything's
F4.
cool.
Knight e2.
Everything's cool.
Knight c6.
I think.
Knight f3.
Isn't that cool?
Bishop e7. Pawn c3. Pawn g3.
It's kind of cool.
Bishop h3. Knight b6.
What else we got?
Bishop
H,
h3.
D takes, H,
Knight
4,
b6.
A4. I don't know. That's fine. I'm
Bishop
going with that for
h3.
now. That's good enough.
Pawn f6. Castles kingside.
It's good.
Pawn
Good.
captures e5. Bishop d7. Knight f4.
Right.
Queen c8. Queen d3.
That's where I made a mistake. But Not even fully a mistake.
Pawn captures d4. Knight b4. Queen c3.
Found decent move.
Queen e8. Bishop captures e6 check. King h8. Bishop captures
And then I should have played
d7.
e6 here.
Queen captures d7.
But what did I play?
Bishop d2.
Not bad.
Queen captures d7.
Okay. I'm going to go with that.
D2. Rook a c8.
How did I...
Queen b3. Pawn a5.
Here's where I made a mistake.
Pawn a3.
Big time mistake. Whoops. Not
Pawn
big time,
a5.
but... e6.
Pawn e6. Queen d6. Pawn e6. Queen b5. Knight e5.
Wait a minute. Let's take it back here and play Queen d6.
Pawn e6.
Knight e5.
Queen d6. Knight e5.
I was just worried about this.
Pawn g5.
Knight f7 check. Oh shit. What am I talking about?
Knight f7 check.
Dude. So he's got to take.
Rook captures f7. Pawn captures f7. Pawn captures f4. Bishop captures f4. Queen f6. Bishop e5.
What?
Bishop captures
There's nothing.
f4. Queen d8. Bishop e5 check. Bishop f6. Bishop captures f6 check.
Massacre.
Queen captures f6.
Holy crap, man.
Rook captures f6.
I had a total massacre on my hands. What I played did not do. It just kind of like... it was bad news. It wasn't super bad, I don't think, but who cares? Let's keep that in our minds, like some good play. So... it wasn't so bad what I did here. I should have pushed e6. That was tasty. And then threatened there. I didn't realize. Especially, okay, boom, boom, boom. He's in bad shape, man. Yeah, because with my knight... where was my knight? Oh, yeah, it's here. And here. So, yeah. Let's look at the last game. The last game is good. It's interesting. And I totally clobber my opponent at the end. And it doesn't... it's a little sneaky. There's like a poison piece sack and a poison pawn grab that he falls for.
Pawn e5. Knight f3. Bishop b5. Knight f6.
So this is all pretty standard.
Rook e1.
Berlin defense,
Knight d6.
this variation. Now when he
Bishop
goes like
e7.
that, you can't castle
Bishop
because
captures
he
c6.
will
Pawn captures
take
c6.
here.
Queen e2.
So if you castle,
Castles
they're going
inside.
to take here. Your
Knight
queen's
captures
threatened, so
c6.
you have to take, and
Pawn
then
captures c6.
he wins a pawn.
Queen captures
With
e7.
pretty good position here. Like, I guess, can you do that?
Rook e8.
Nope.
Queen captures e7.
Can you do that?
Bishop e6.
No.
Queen
You
captures
can't really do
e7.
much anything in this position. What's better than that? Look, queen takes e7. That's all we got. So you don't want to do that.
Knight captures c6. Queen e2.
So we'll do something else.
Knight f5.
You do that.
Pawn c3.
And you play c5? Yeah, c5
Pawn
is strong
c5.
here.
Pawn d3. Bishop e6.
Don't really want to play that. What's
Pawn
better?
d3.
Castling. You can castle now. Okay.
Castles kingside.
Then what about this, mister?
Pawn g4.
That's a mistake? Good.
Knight h4.
Yeah, he didn't have anything. What if he goes like this?
Knight c6.
Then you gotta take him.
Pawn captures c6.
And he gets this?
Queen captures e7.
Oh,
Knight f3 check.
okay. That makes sense.
King f1.
So you better
Queen captures
behave.
d3 check. Knight f3
So that's
check.
why he's... What if he goes here?
King h1.
And you just take...
Knight captures e1. Queen captures e1.
And then that pawn dies too.
Bishop captures
Sweet.
g4.
And his rook could be... Or his king could be there already. But Queen f1. Queen f1. What? Play something
Bishop
normal.
e3.
So this is just a oh.
Bishop f3 check. King g1. Queen h4.
Yeah, bad news. Alright, is that the best move? Yeah.
King g1.
That's good enough for that game. We don't want to... I lose in some stupid, horrid fashion, so we don't need to go over that. Or I don't know. Do I? Or no, this is the winning game. Never mind. That's the last game. Okay, so let's go back to that. And let's go back to this.
Knight c6.
Berlin,
Bishop b5.
Rui Lopez, Berlin defense.
Knight f6.
Take.
Castles kingside.
Bishop e7.
Rook e1. Knight captures e5.
Boom.
Bishop e7.
So here,
Bishop captures c6.
I should just castle.
Pawn
Okay,
captures
so I don't
c6.
castle. Oh
Queen
no,
e2.
here I don't.
Knight
I play
f5.
that, which is
Pawn
not
c3.
great. But
c5.
that is not great.
Pawn
So it
c3.
induces him to
Pawn
make the
c5.
mistake, which is great.
Bishop e6.
It's a good little trap to
Pawn
know.
g4. Knight h4.
And then he thinks he can get it
Knight
for some
captures
reason.
f7.
Let's
Bishop
go over
captures
this.
f7.
Look at this.
Bishop
Pop.
g5. Knight
Pop.
g6. Pawn f4. Pawn h6.
So we get to this stage,
Bishop captures e7.
and I'm able to.
Knight captures
Now I could
e7.
step off with my king. So let's see what he does.
Pawn d4.
This is good because it opens up this queen check here on that pawn. It looks good, you know, good. All right.
Pawn captures d4.
So I capture.
Queen b5
He plays the check. I step off. Now
King
my knight
f8.
is free to go.
Knight a3.
He does not play. He does not have good moves here.
Knight g6.
And then he
Pawn
does
f5.
that, which looks so tempting. It's kind of okay.
Knight f4.
That's best.
Rook a d1.
This is where I don't
Queen
even
h4.
care.
Queen captures
He
b7.
takes. And look
Bishop
at that.
d5.
Look at my pieces. The knight is guarding the bishop. I got this. We got this. You know, pow, 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 pow. And we're already covering all these squares, basically, right now. So he's running out of room. Here, let's unclick. Whoop, all right. So what does he do?
Queen
He
d4
checks,
check.
and I just step off.
King
Everything
g8.
perfectly coordinated. This worked out real nice.
Rook d2.
That's not going to work because
Queen
of this.
captures g4 check.
Boom, can't. Then go
King
here,
f1.
then here,
Queen
then
f3
queen
check.
h1 checkmate.
Rook f2. Queen h1 checkmate.
And
Queen f3
from
check.
here,
Queen captures
Instead
G4
of
check.
rook, you could try
Rook D2.
rook
King
E3.
G8. Rook E3.
And same thing
Queen
happens.
captures G4 check.
And he should step over. But most people are going to be like, I don't know. Alright, let's say that just looks so bad.
King F2.
Seems like, what about this?
Queen G2 check. King E1.
It's not the best way. So
King F2.
there's this the pawn. Oh yeah.
Pawn captures E3 check.
So rook E3 isn't that great. So
Queen captures G4 check.
and you
Rook
can't
E3.
just go like this. This is gonna be bad.
Pawn captures E3.
Yeah, see, that's not good.
Rook
So
E3.
that's a great move. So let's say he plays like
G4
that.
check. Rook G3.
Then you go
Knight H3 check. King F1. Knight H3 check. Rook G3.
this is hanging already. Yep. Go
Knight
here.
H3 check.
Push him
King
this
F1.
way and then checkmate.
Queen captures D1 checkmate.
It's pretty wicked. So we're up to 1576 on the chess.com ELO rating system. So we're cruising right along, almost done with the 1500s, hopefully. I mean, you never count your chickens before they hatch, but there you go. So we're on the way, cruising, kind of seesawing around 1500s, but looking good. Should be able to hit 1600 here soon, and then 17, 18, 19, 2000. We'll keep trying. Feel pretty good about it, our prospects of getting there. So, see how it goes. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.